All right, Zach here on safari, getting ready to head out into the wild and try to find some goods to resell for profit. But first, I'm at my local post office right down the road from my house. Gonna ship out some goods. Follow along. All right, so every morning as I get up, I like to process my packages and also list about 5 to 7 things if I have the inventory. And then after I'm done with that, then the real fun begins when I get to go out and source goods. Before I source junk, I always like to have a little caffeine in me. Been trying to cut back on my intake, but today this will be my first cup. Got my coffee, but one thing I like to do in the mornings before I start to source is pick up supplies. And today I need to pick up some boxes. I try to stick to boxes that are under a 12-inch diameter so I don't get hit for the excessive volume costs. And so for that reason, I'm gonna stick to 12-inch and 11-inch boxes and a lot of poly millers for the shoes and clothes I sell. So when I do come into Walmart, I always try to run through the clearance aisles. You never know when you might find an arbitrage sale. It's worth a look. Sometimes I pick up ink or kitchen fixtures, bath fixtures, sink fixtures, things like that are good to resell. But as a whole, I like to stick to used stuff. All right, so just patiently waiting for the first thrift store to open up. I am just patiently waiting outside. And as I've said in past videos, I like to always try to go attack the aisles I feel like have the most benefit for my reselling business. And oftentimes that's probably the shoe aisle, followed by the jackets and then the pants. And then I go look through the hard goods. So develop a plan of attack. You'll have more success. Be quick on your feet, keep your eyes open, and don't be afraid to take the time to check your comps, your sell-through rates. If it's something you're unfamiliar with, that can be everything. And that's the fun part about reselling, is you can always learn something new. So follow along. Normally there's a group of resellers out in the parking lot waiting, and I'm not seeing any today, which is a good thing.
Morning.
Good morning. You're supposed to say, what's the secret password?
The secret password is good morning.
It's good. It's New England clam chowder, I thought. All right, so looping around, taking a good quick hard look at the shoes. Sell a lot of women's shoes, mainly Hoka, Ultra, high quality brands, Dansko professional clogs. Not seeing any of those yet today. Generic. All right, so I find a lot of Hokas in this condition, a little beat up. I like to call them beaters. Unfortunately, when they're $18.99, I tend to skip on them. Just not enough meat on the bone. All right, so after I pass through the the shoes, I like to come to the long sleeve shirts, looking for brush poppers and FR long sleeve work shirts. Do pretty good with those, so now it's time to spin through about 500 shirts real quick. All right, so struck out at the last thrift store, but definitely moved on to the next one. Hopefully I'll find some better goods here for better prices. It is what it is. If you're struggling to find goods or source goods, just stay positive and keep looking. That's all I got. All right, so unfortunately didn't find a whole lot there other than a pair of old wrestling shoes I picked up for $3. Not even worth filming, but I'm gonna haul butt down to the last stop of the day where they're doing half off on clothing and buy one, get one free on shoes. Last stop of the day, or at least second to last stop before I start to head back down to New Mexico. Hopefully I'll find something better here. Gonna keep a positive mindset and look hard and fast. All right, so I love thrifting here because it benefits the dogs and cats of La Plata County. Too much. All right, not seeing too many shoes today that are probably worth picking, but gonna keep looking out. All right, so found a couple Mountain Hardwear shirts for half off. These are $3 a piece. They are short sleeve, but this one's $3.50, but I'll go ahead and scoop it up. It's one of my favorite brands. Sell a ton of Gorp, but also outdoor accessories and equipment, and snowshoes sometimes are a good push if I can find a good brand in good condition. These are all a little beat up, so I'm gonna pass on. Also found this cool t-shirt. It's only a couple bucks. Probably keep it for myself. One of my favorite brands to wear. They're solid seller for me. This is a Sims fishing shirt, and despite the outside embroidery, it's only $3.50. Should be able to get about 20, 23 bucks, maybe 25 even possibly. Gonna pick it up. I found these two Columbia shirts, both extra large, 4 extra large, very big size. They're only $4 a piece, half off, brand new. Gonna go ahead and scoop them up as the sell-through is nearly 100%. Great find. I'm across this men's Bulwark FR long sleeve work shirt. It is $15, but it's half price, $7.50. Probably could sell it for maybe 30, 35 bucks. I think I'll go ahead and scoop it up because it's pretty clean. All right, so I decided to come back through the polo shirts. Glad I did. I missed this the first go round. It's a great brand. It's wool. It's Ibex. Gonna pick it up. Stop was a good endeavor to pick from. I was able to find a handful of good shirts that I can resell for profit. Some Columbia fishing shirts, a couple hiking shirts, and I ended up passing on the Bulwark FR shirt. It was missing some buttons. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you're into flipping clothing, make sure that you look over the garment several times for stains, holes, tears, or missing buttons. That can really put a wrench in your sales and can really leave you bummed when you get home. So gonna head down to New Mexico. I got one more thrift store that I love to check in with, but I usually don't find much. It's just worth stopping. Consistency is the key. So thanks for following along. I appreciate you watching, viewing, and putting up with me and my shaky camera. So thanks again. All right, so I've made the pilgrimage back down to New Mexico. I'm very near my house, but I am going to stop in at this locally ran church thrift store. This thrift store is small, but the prices are good. I haven't bought anything here in several weeks, but I always stay positive. I have had success here, and I've bought several Carhartt jackets, and I've also bought a very expensive carbon fiber ankle foot orthosis brace, to which I was able to sell for several $100s. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Consistency and showing up is half of the game when you're reselling, and just keeping that positive mental mindset that you're going to be abundant, that you're going to set your intentions to find goods. So don't give up on it. This is a hard gig. It's a hard job, and your mindset is everything. So let's go in and see what we can find. Do a haul at the end of the video. In right away and was able to find these Keen H2 Newport water shoes for men. This is a solid seller for me. I've probably pumped about 15 pairs of these in the last month, and spring, summertime, this is a great seller. So once again, staying positive, keeping that positive mental mindset was definitely helpful. Found something to buy. This thrift store has a ton of books. That's something I'm not too into. Once in a great while, if I find some Hemingway or a cool old classic, I'll pick it up, but there's not a lot of money in book sales. It's just not in my wheelhouse. I know that there are a lot of people that sell books, just not my thing, but credit to those who do. I actually passed on this Columbia PFG fishing shirt the other day. It is only a few dollars, and after being at the last thrift store and realizing what a good sell-through rate the big sized fishing shirts are for men, I figured, what the heck, I'm gonna grab it. It's in pretty good condition, and I think there's at least probably 25 bucks maybe in it, maybe even a little bit more because it's a big size. So gonna scoop it. On this pair of Carhartt double knee work pants, super glad I asked to peek at them, and grateful for the staff here at the Church of the Nazarene thrift store. All right, so the kid in me loves to look over the toy aisle. You never know if you might find a cool old Cabbage Patch or an old Hot Wheels car that's worth something, and proof you should never get old and stay young at heart. All right, so I'm super stoked to find these Carhartt double knee pants. These usually don't last long. They're in a good size and a good colorway. Once again, just staying positive, always checking in at your thrift stores, even if you haven't found anything, is the key to it. Consistency. So that's the point I want to bring home. Gonna race back home down the road here, and again, I'll do a haul to show you everything I found and let you know what I might be able to get for all of these goods that I'm gonna resell for profit. Thanks again for tuning in. All right, as promised, gonna do a quick haul video. This is a Simms fishing shirt, long sleeve, men's medium in salmon colorway. I paid $3 for it, and hopefully I'll sell it for $25. Next to it is a Columbia PFG fishing shirt. I picked this up because it is Columbia, it is PFG, and it has marlin print all over. So hopefully some guy down in Key West buys this and catches him a big one. Next to the Columbia shirt, this is a Mountain Hardwear hiking shirt. I paid $3 for this. I will keep this for myself as I love to go hiking, camping, and exploring. So this one's just for me. And then right adjacent to the Mountain Hardwear, I have two Columbia shirts. These are 4XL, two different colors of blue. These, I believe I should probably be able to get maybe 35 plus on them, but I'll have to check and do some research. These have the tags on them. I've had success selling Columbia, and they are in a plus size, so that's a good thing.
Then lastly, I have an Ibex merino wool polo shirt. Not sure what I can get out of this, but Ibex is money. I know that from selling it in the past, so don't pass on Ibex or anything merino. This shirt here is a North Face. It has a cool pattern print of fire, little hatchets and little campfires. And then I'll probably just keep it for myself, but it might be able to sell if I use some good keywords. Then adjacent to it is a cool t-shirt. I'm gonna also probably keep that for myself just because I love cool. It's one of my favorite brands. And then next door to it, I have another Columbia PFG in 2XL. Hopefully I can get $25 for it. This shirt is used and has some signs of wear, so I'll have to denote that. I have a Carhartt painter's cap I paid $3 for. Hopefully I can sell that for around $20. A pair of Keen H2 Newport water sandals I paid $4 and some change for. Hopefully I should be able to sell these for around $35 to $40. A pair of Nike wrestling shoes I paid $3 for. Hopefully I can score somewhere between $25 to $30 for these come wrestling season. And then last but not least, this pair of Carhartt double knee pants in a good size and black colorway should hopefully get me somewhere between $60 to $80, just depending on how patient I am to make the sale. So nonetheless, this is my haul for the day. A lot of clothes, a lot of working utility and outdoor performance apparel. I love selling Gorp. I love selling clothes and shoes. So hopefully this video gave you some ideas. Hopefully it'll help you. I appreciate your time and your viewership. And as always, if you like this video, please hit like, comment, or subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again.